Welcome back to CTV Morning Live for your weekend edition. Some gorgeous jewelry right there, and you're about to see some amazing art pieces done by stained glass stuff. Kevin Tappin joining us. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And I'm learning there's a shop right near Westboro.
Yes, we're a couple kilometers west of Westboro. We're at the corner of Woodruff and Richmond.
Okay.
Nice little store there. We do lots of stained glass stuff. That's how we got the name. Where did you
originally start? Jewelry or bowl? Like, how did you make the transition to get enough stuff for this amazing storefront?
My father started it almost 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Next month will be our 25th anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Just started slowly. The store's expanded a few times into our present location. And several years ago, I got into warm glass, which is putting glass into the kilns and melting it, which opened up a whole new frontier of all kinds of things.
Of things that you could create. So you learned from your father
how to do traditional stained glass,
how to do this traditional
and then I branched off into the warm glass field.
Okay. Well, there's some amazing things that we're going to see. Right now, we're going to focus on the jewelry. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. And so what are we seeing right here? Because there are different stages we need to follow.
Yeah. What we're doing, this is using Italian glass. It's called Millefiori, 1,000 flowers. So over in Italy, on the island of Murano, they get a big chunk of glass, and they melt it and pull it, so they get these rods. You can see the little cross section, so they pull it down to very, very small in size.
Right. So, but there's already like a pattern already within that.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So then they cut it up, and then you buy these bags with lots of little pieces in them. And then the idea is, primarily this is used for bead making. So a bead maker would pick these up with their hot bead on a rod and incorporate it. But what we're doing is more of a kiln process. So if you just take some of these and load them into this clay mold here.
So I would make my design? Yeah,
you can lay them out. These are opaque pieces here. These are transparent ones. They've got a few pieces I've already made here on the table.
So this is the look that we would be looking for.
Yeah.
Something like that right there.
Yeah. So you just sort of load them in, and then we've got clear sheet glass caps we're going to put on top once you've done loading up your design.
Now this can't really be done. If it could be done in 4 minutes, then we'd all be doing this, right? So
yes. So I did sort of jump ahead and do the next stage.
This is time-consuming.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
So you can see here. So these have been put into the kiln once and just tacked a little bit, so the clear cap comes down and touches all the little pieces.
I see that. Okay.
So then we take that out of the kiln and we'd put it back into the kiln again and just put it flat on top. And the same thing with the heart one here.
So the heart one, you created the same thing. You created a pattern.
Yeah.
And then
just put it back in, and we'd fire it again in the kiln, a little hotter this time, and then this time it would come out nice and round. You can see the clear cap comes down, seals all the way around, gives it nice and round and glossy.
And you can do, so you've pretty much cut out the different shapes that you would want to do the pieces in.
Yes.
So the design of how it's going to, of the shape is done through something like this.
These little molds here help keep the shapes.
Do you create your molds?
No, these are made in the U.S. This technique, well, reasonably simple. There's a lot of little things you have to make sure you're doing right. We have a guest instructor come up once or twice a year. She's from Pennsylvania, who specializes in this. So she can come up. She's going to be teaching this in our studio on Wednesday, April 18th in the morning.
Now, do you normally do classes for people? I mean, you head in and you want to buy the necklace. It's perfect to be able to do that. But if you're looking for...
If you want to learn how to do it yourself, yes. We offer classes, beginner, intermediate, advanced, in stained glass, in all forms of the fused kind of glass. We do most of the classes ourselves. But when it comes to the more advanced ones like this, we do bring in a lot of guest instructors from the U.S. to teach more advanced subjects, which they have a tremendous amount of experience in. So it's more fun to have them come up and do a quick class.
Well, it's amazing to see. Have you ever seen students come through and then realize they've been producing some amazing work, and you start to see the industry growing and how people are able to
well, we've had several years of these high-level artists coming in, and every year somebody new comes in. Like from our students, they come in, I want to do this, it looks great. And they get all excited and start doing it. It's remarkable how far some people have come in the last few years.
Oh, I can imagine. I mean, there's some beautiful, beautiful pieces. So the whole process of this would have taken exactly how long between all the different stages?
The first firing would take about an hour in the kiln to go up. We just use a small kiln, it's almost like a glorified toaster.
Okay.
And it would take several hours for it to cool, take it out, put it back in. So you could do these in one day.
A whole day, though, of
well,
back
it'd be a
and
morning.
Forth. It's a project.
Yeah, load them up, fire them in the morning, take them out in the afternoon, put them back in, fire them again.
Very cool. We'll have a couple more segments with stained glass stuff, and we'll be, we got the jewelry. What else are we going to be doing?
We're going to do some glass stamping.
Very cool.
Putting some paint on glass.
This is, I love the tile, by the way. That was really neat. We have to take a commercial break. We'll be back with more after this and another segment with Chef Michael Flesh.